know what's going to happen. Hey, this is Federal Prison Talk, guys. And my name's Sean. And about time I did a little video. I got Zamar here with me in my office, and there's felons walking all around this place. You never know. We try to help people getting out of prisons, jails, get a life back, and jobs and houses. And Zamar, well, we just hired him, and he said he'd come on the show. We're live if you want to chat. And Zamar, what's going on with you, man? You're out of prison. You're at the federal halfway house, and that sucks. And you weren't always there. We're trying to get him out of that place. But I want to just say hello.
Well, just going through the federal system, for the first time and just seeing how the system really is, and it's not, designed to really help us. Just to see that type of struggle and go through that struggle firsthand is kind of hard, But at the same time, it's a blessing in disguise at the same time, because it puts you in a mindset of persevering through, the hardest things, and you got to keep going no matter what. You can't let nobody tell you can't do something. You can't let nobody tell you, that you ain't worthy enough. So you got to kind of like switch your mindset and just get out of that prison mindset. Sometimes it's hard to shift out of that prison mindset and mentality that we get stuck in. And
see, I already hear growth in this guy, because you wasn't talking like that when I first met you, man.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of, just a lot of learning lessons. The feds don't tell you firsthand, like, you their property.
They own you, man. Slavery does exist, man.
Yeah,
and it's legal.
It's real.
It's more than just slavery.
As long as that number is active, they got something for you.
Yeah.
But it's all comes with the learning experiences. And just like I said, once I put all this behind me, I don't got to worry about never getting in trouble with not even.
Well, you got to worry, but that's on your own actions. Like, you know what I mean? If you just do the right thing, you don't have to worry. But you can't be going back to,
No, we ain't going back.
This time I'm gonna rob the liquor store the right way. They ain't gonna catch me, man. You can't be doing that.
Yeah. We ain't doing no petty crimes. We ain't going back for frivolous things.
A lot of people that watch this channel are on pretrial, and like I was 4 years,
okay.
So a hell of a. That's why I started it, right?
Yeah.
And I got a guy. He was on pretrial, and we talked and stuff. And he was in Tijuana. While he was on the pretrial, they let him stay in another country. Then he had to go to Florence, where I was. He just got out. Called me last night, and he's gonna be coming on maybe today. I know you called me yesterday, but you did your time in Florence too, right?
Yeah, I was at Florence.
Ernesto that you saw today, he did his where you were at the medium too.
Yeah, I was at the FCI, but it was interesting to be on the Supermax compound in general. They say that's the infamous ADX, where it's the underground.
I already got a few people watching too.
So just being on that yard, it was all right, but it was just locked down all the time. COVID.
Oh, we had to make when they go on lockdown, guys. The people at the camp, we come over, we make your lunch, we empty your trash, we do your laundry,
we see
all that, flipping us off through the window. Dude, I'm about to make your bologna sandwich. I'm counting the windows. Okay, all right, I know where you're at. I mean, I get it though, but I remember
being in there, we be bored. It's boring. Like when you in there, man, especially on the lockdowns where you don't know when you're coming up.
And if you don't got nothing saved up on a lockdown too,
Yeah, so we measure, you measure the day by seeing if y'all coming to cook, then we know, if y'all coming on the compound, we see any campers, we know it's over with for the day.
But they put you guys on lockdown like for the stupidest thing. What do you guys? I mean, like, what's the stupidest thing you guys ever put on lockdown for?
Man, it's a lot of stories. It could be anything, man, but mostly you get locked down for people what they call cleaning up your car. So if it's somebody that come on the yard and they not good, they done told on somebody, or they did some rat stuff inside, then it's upon the people who like they say the car.
So tell these people, a lot of people ain't been in prison, or they just watch because they curious. what's a car? And it ain't something you drive. I mean, there's a driver, but
okay, so
and there's passengers, but maybe these guys don't probably know what that is.
okay, so it's I guess from what I've heard, the cars it's basically it originated in California, but it's basically separating.
It's like a race car it's a race car, but not the race car around the track.
It separates the blacks from the whites, from the Mexicans, but it gets deeper than that. It can be states, it can be gangs, whatever,
They got the others
but
California, I'm gonna tell you, the others ain't the others. They separate down. You got your Tongans, your Samoans, your Laotians, your Vietnamese, your Koreans, I mean, they separated. I mean, they don't just have others. Them others is
real deep. It gets real deep, and if you're not a part of the car, then you have no business in their business. So they handle their own. We handle our own. So it's just the politics.
It's changing. All these youngsters don't even care about them politics, huh?
It's becoming more, just free for all nowadays. But the craziest thing that I've probably seen is probably, like I said, people cleaning up the car, getting beat up on the way to job. You just see somebody, you gotta mind your business, man. You keep going. Somebody might be getting beat up at the gym, stuff like that. But,
I had to clean that gym once, man. It was blood everywhere, man. They gave me a mop, and it took me all day, man. I mean, they keep emptying that bloody water out, get a new mop, and they just had one camper do it. I don't know why he picked me, but man, I know that gym pretty well now.
yeah. But it's definitely a life experience. You go to the feds and you see just how it's ran and how everything going. You'll never look at it the same again. Because a lot of people they ain't getting out of it. You got a lot of people doing long times.
Yeah, at the camp it's 10 years or less, but they could be. Can they be lifers at the medians?
Yeah, it's lifers. You can be good off in your life sentence and then calm down. And it was some life sentences in there, but they were chill, man. They was all the life sentences. Believe it or not, they more relaxed and chill than the people with 5 years.
I guess they accepted. I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life.
You'll find a lifer, man. They'll get you out of trouble before they'll let you get into some trouble. So that's a unique thing about them lifers. I guess they already know they life is over, so they try to save somebody else's life.
That's a good thing. I mean, you would think I'm doing life. Hell, I might as well just kill anybody any day I want, right? What are they gonna do? Give me life?
Ready to man.
Yeah.
But someday, you never know. The laws change every day. So with these laws, someday one
hope.
They
got that hope.
They might change the system, man. Hopefully they change the system because it needs to be some major. We see it every day.
They lightening up now a little bit. I'm always in touch
with
people
getting
getting
solitary confinement. I've seen where you can't go to the street.
So what are they gonna do?
I don't know. But they trying to get rid of where it's just you isolated in one cell at one time by yourself.
I heard of them converting Motel 6s into your cell for some people, like a home confinement thing. But it would be instead of going to a prison or a jail, you stay in the Motel 6 room. But you have to pay for that. It's an alternative. Have you heard of that one? They doing it in some other countries right now.
No, I haven't heard of that, but I mean that kind of would. But
they'll have their guards watching it and all that.
It'd be still kind of like being in jail. You can't go nowhere.
I know, it's just a nice looking cell, and who knows? I don't know. Get a TV. I don't
know. You get that in jail. But see, I think that's their tactic. Like that's what I'm saying. Like these tactics where they keep coming with these different ways to try to act like they helping, but they really still confining people. So that's the whole thing that I feel like needs to be reformed at the most, because it's so much trying to hold on to somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like you want to put you in this place or this facility, and you just holding somebody back for real, because you never know what people got going on. Some people really get healed and want to live their life and ready to continue and move further, but you gotta maneuver through all these different probation.
Like what you're going through, like you finally get out of prison, guys. And is it harder now?
Yeah, it's way harder.
I mean, there's like no buddy, there's not a whole bunch of people waiting for you and having a big party when you get out. It ain't like watching the what's that show, the Sopranos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You get out, they got a job. Here you go, Johnny. Here's a job for you, and they're all having a big party. It ain't like that, right?
Nah, it's definitely not. But it's a process because, like I said, those POs is vicious now. Like you got different types of POs. You got to know which ones you're dealing with. You know.
Yeah. I met some lately. I met some really. I got somebody over here. I met her PO, and ooh boy, yours is I don't know.
She's like I said, she want to be more so in control as far as like she knows everything, and that's where I kind of get the conflict of interest with her. It's like, okay, I tell you the basics, I tell you what's going on, but I'm not gonna be like trying to tell you my every move like chess or something. Like it's not. I don't feel like that's necessary.
Let me throw this out there. Would if somebody had done time in prison and then became a probation officer, would that be good or bad? And would they even allow? They're probably never going to allow that. But would you work with somebody like that?
Yeah, I think that'll be a good thing. Like I was saying, I be keeping up with the reform. I don't know if you heard of the reform movement, but Meek Mill. He had a case where he got locked up by his probation officer.
Okay.
And she wanted him to rap a song, and he didn't rap the song, so she locked him up.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted him to make a song about her or something. It was
really about her? Oh, she wanted some little fame out of him or something?
And she locked him up for that.
Really? What's the violation for that?
I forget the violation, but it was some type of technical violation. But
sure, they can come up with whatever they want.
At the time, he in good with the billionaires, Robert Kraft, the billionaire from the basketball teams and stuff. They put a thing together, got them free. Jay-Z and everybody got them free. So they've been ever since then. They've been doing this little movements. But anyway,
now she's gonna get the rap done about her in the way she wanted it.
I think she got fired. I think she did get fired.
I said he rapping about her now, but not that way.
Yeah, they definitely did something to her. But anyway, I was saying that to say, so I seen the little thing where they had all of the big billionaires in the room, and they talking about, oh man, what can we do to reform prisons? And it's just a conversation, and they were saying, well, they got quiet. It was like, okay, so when have there anybody been supervised to you? Who in this room has been supervised to your success versus mentored? And so I was looking at that, like that's a key point with a lot of people transitioning into society. You got these POs, they trying to basically tell us what to do instead of helping us to get on the right path. They trying to force you to do something that's might not even be your identity. Might not even be for you.
They want you to work, but it got to be the job that they say is okay.
Exactly. So like they want you to force you to say, "Oh, we helping you do this," but in our actuality, it's just all a system to help keep their system going and from falling. Because if it wasn't from us, it wouldn't be no them. If it wasn't for criminals and they had a criminal system set up, they wouldn't have a lane or have a importance. So I feel like they continue to drag people through these funnels and through these different things only because they want to stay relevant and because they need to keep themselves job security. So like
that's why you got like places like this Wings for Life. Most of us been to prison and jail. Somebody like you come in, we know where you're coming from, but we can't, I even call the POs and do what I can to get you not violated. And but if the PO had done some time in prison, maybe
that's what
they'd understand.
Like if you can relate, some people really they tend to get along more well with people who've been through the same situation. You can't respect somebody on the other side of the fence,
like a drug addict, but you got this therapist who who only been to college. You ain't got a clue. You ain't been homeless like me. You ain't sold everything you owned for one more hit. You gonna tell me how to stop?
Yeah. Right? So that's all. It's all opinions. It's all humans' opinions. So like they tell us what they recommend for us, but it don't necessarily be the best thing for somebody's life. And you got a lot of people that just get to the point of they breaking point where they just say F it, we gonna just do this, we're gonna whatever it happens. Or some people really just want to go do their prison time and get out with no probation, because that's a lot of people think like that too.
Yeah, I don't think you could get off with no probation in the feds. It used to be in the States, you could do extra time in jail so that when they released you, like I knew a guy, he got sentenced 30 days. But if he did a year in jail, he'd have no probation and he would do the year.
Yeah.
I know, what are you crazy? I get it now. I get it now.
It's definitely real though. But I think that's how the feds trick you. They make you think that you doing your, like when they give you your sentence, they say, for instance, 30 months, 40 months, whatever. They automatically already calculated your sentence to be 6-7 years. That's why
I got 4 years of pretrial. Yeah. Plus, I was rated a year before that. That's 5 years. Then I get 52 months. Then I get the halfway house 6 months. Then I get 3 years probation. Yeah, it comes out to 12 years of my life gone, man.
They calculate your time to make it sound like you're going to be doing the BOP time, but the supervised release and all the pretrial time, it calculates into your sentence too.
You don't get that back. You don't get that back.
You even know it, you did way more than what you thought you was gonna do on BOP time, because they still got you for supervised release and pretrial. So it's like, it's crazy how they do their numbers, but they should all make it one sentence instead of saying this is gonna be this and then you got to do this, like making people think that you get like 2 sentences basically.
But you watch a prison movie, and they show the guy getting released. They open the gate, and he just walks out of the gate down the road. They don't open no gate at a prison, man. You're in a bus. You going somewhere. You ain't get. Or Florence, they gonna let you out on that. What was it, Highway 62 or whatever? They just gonna let you walk down that highway. The nearest town, 5 miles away? You're just gonna walk down. You ain't free. It don't work that way.
You're not free. You never free until you officially offer those papers, and still you gotta be very cautious because they laying.
I got a rap sheet, like I got 17 felonies, man. If you go back that far, right? Because I get arrested a little $20 worth of dope, and it was 6 months in jail back then. Yeah. And now it's like the cop will give you a crack pipe, But I get pulled over. They look at my rap sheet, 17 felonies. They don't care if I'm on paper or not. They're gonna search the car. They're gonna find a way. Yeah. They're gonna call the dog over. He'll lift up his tail. See, that's the sign right there. It ain't the sign, but what am I gonna take that to court against what? Some trained canine officer that I knew better? No, they're gonna mess with me, man. So just because you're off paper, it ain't over, man.
Yeah, it is definitely out. It just keep you that, like you say, you gotta keep that smart, that savviness to know how to maneuver through these different systems, because it's all about your mindset at the same time too.
And if you get in a car, right, and you give a guy ride a car and he got a bunch of dope on him, right, and the cop sees him at the road, you get pulled over, he got something on him. Who gets violated?
Shit.
You go back, right? So you got to be careful who you even hang with when you're on probation. Yeah,
somebody puts you in a switch.
You never know.
Yeah, but it just comes with that, like thinking about themselves, thinking about them situations.
Hanging out at old spots, man, and that house gets raided, or you just hanging out on the corner. Here come the cops. Say everybody gets the ball. I don't know anybody. I was just saying hi, officer. Yeah, sure you were, right?
Yeah, they ain't.
There you go.
I seen people now. That's crazy. I just seen people at this halfway house now. They got the halfway house out here. Deerson Charities,
every day they be taking some down.
I just seen people go to jail for not waking up or a vape. It just
Steven was on the show over here. Just in case you walk by the camera. Oh, he's on.
Yeah. But I just seen just the smallest things that somebody who just did 10, 20 years in prison come back, and they just trying to live life. They want to be free, they want to go out and experience things, and being withheld from things, and frustrations boil over and right back in jail, and they ain't even been able to have any freedom yet. So it's all about the mindset. You got to be able to endure a lot of bashing, a lot of talking down, because they gonna definitely do that. They gonna talk to you like you ain't nothing. But
all that negativity aside, you were doing some positive things with your life. Now you going to barber school, right? Now you got 2 part-time jobs. Trying to get him out of the halfway house, guys. That's another story, man. We got him lined up to get his own apartment. He'd been approved. Got to get the probation officer to say, okay, he could go live on his own. She wants proof he could, hold a job and all this. But tell him what you're doing. Tell him the good things you're doing with life since you got out, man.
I've been out since. Well, it's been a full year now. So I've been in barber school at Better You. So yeah, I see it. Better You. And
I'll put your Cash App thing up there. They want to donate, help you out with your funding. I'll put it on here. I can put it on right now. You know what your Cash App is?
Yeah.
What is it?
$, real Mike Larry
74. And then we back up and say it's Cash App. Tell me if that came out right. Put it on the screen. Is that it right there?
Yeah.
All right, guys. There's his Cash App.
Yeah.
So you want to donate for education, help him get his life back on track.
You want to just come down to the school and support the school. We do a lot of good haircuts down there. Patrick is one of the best schools in New Mexico. We got the best instructors down there. So even if you get cut a haircut by a student, you're gonna always leave with pretty much a professional cut. So yeah,
that's in Albuquerque because this I get people all over the country watching this. But if you're in Albuquerque,
yeah. So if you're in Albuquerque, but other than that, yeah, I've been really focused on bettering myself, investing in myself instead of wasting my time with somebody else who's not gonna, basically pay me or give me what I'm worth, and that's what's going on with a lot of people working for these companies, and they just want to give them crumbs and stuff and don't want to pay them what they worth. So I decided I just take one of my skills and just really pursue it. So this May coming up, I'll be finished with the program, my 1,200 hours, and God willing, I'll be able to get my license and then, continue to just elevate into the business and grow, because we're always a student. You never get, all of the
That's
knowledge.
Good advice for anyone, man. You get too old where you can't be taught ananymore.
You got to stay a student.
Just go bury yourself.
Yeah, so you're never above nothing. You got to stay, always, a learner. So, hopefully.
I got a comment in the room, too. I've been on pretrial 3 years. I have court on the 17th to get sentenced. Lawyers telling me it's the judge's decision if I get self-surrender or not. Is it the judge's decision? Yeah, it is. If you've been on pretrial for 3 years and you're already out, you're probably going to self-surrender unless you violated somewhere. But Frank from...
They let you get about 30, 60 days to get your business affairs.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Business and stuff. They let you get your business in order, your family and stuff, and then you turn yourself in at the prison facility.
Right, Frank, who except for you were at the medium, but did you self-surrender?
No,
I didn't think so, because mediums, they don't usually you self-surrender. It's usually to a camp or a low, but I got a guy, he did self-surrender to a medium, and he said when they got there, they didn't even know what to do. People don't self-surrender here. What do you mean? You just walked it up.
You probably have to go to the courthouse, wherever the courthouse is that you got, and then go to their courthouse. And then
make sure your lawyer asks at sentencing day. Make sure your lawyer says he would like to self-surrender. Make sure you ask at sentencing day. You can, if they remand you at sentencing and nobody asked, you're pretty much shit out of luck. But yeah. He has court on the 17th to get sentenced. Yeah. We should really talk before you go that sentencing day. You got some advice for people on sentencing day?
Just be as upfront as possible. Take accountability. Don't never make it seem like, even if you didn't technically do whatever it is they're accusing you of doing, don't never make it seem like you deflecting or you not taking acceptance of your responsibility, because that's the main thing that they always looking at to see how accountable are you for your actions. Even if you didn't do it, you still got in the situation. So they want you to, hey, yes, sir, I know what I did, and I'm learning and I'm continuing to grow from this situation. They
want to say hi if you want. I don't know if you want to be known yet.
Maybe next time.
All right.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
All right, see you later.
next when she gets off parole. I mean probation.
But yeah, so yeah, just go in there with a straight face. You know, sometimes it ain't gonna be bad as it seems for sure. Don't you know? You don't gotta stress about if they gonna give you the max or nothing. They rarely give out the max unless you waste their time.
Yeah, you have to really do some pretty much piss off the judge.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no.
I've seen it happen though.
But it can happen if you waste their time and you go throughout the not accepting your responsibility. That's a key thing.
Plus, if you already pled guilty and now you're going to try to act and now you're going to tell the judge, well, I didn't really do it. You pled guilty. Hello. Yeah, you did. Don't ask for probation on sentencing day. Don't ask for that. And don't say you did it to feed your kids or nothing. You guilty. You did it. I'm sorry. Here's what I've done to change. That's pretty much what I say.
Pretty much straightforward. They don't want to hear no bullshit trying to explain yourself and why would you had to do it.
My sick grandmother and I'm all she's got. Oh, did you maybe you shouldn't have robbed the bank? You know.
They look at that, but other than that,
yeah.
Where they at? They out here?
I don't know, man. I don't know. ATL is what it says. Where do you got to go to? What state are you in? Let us know. We've been on pretrial 3 years. I was on 4 years, and in your case, you weren't let out on pretrial, right?
I was out on pretrial actually for a year.
Oh, you was, and then did they remand you? Did you fuck up or what?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be safe. Because you didn't self-surrender.
In Georgia.
Oh, they're in Georgia.
Yeah. Okay, that's where I'm from.
Okay. Oh, he's from Georgia.
From Georgia.
So maybe you give him some little tips on that court. Even though it's the federal system, you got the locals that work for that courthouse, and you got their little southern kind of thing about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, they should be good if they in Georgia. A lot of my homies is in the feds in Georgia, actually, but for the most part, it should be good. It just depends on what district. It just really depends on the crime and your history, your criminal history. Most of all that stuff plays into a factor, but your personal life can also be a beneficial thing. So, you know, you just got to make sure, like I said, be upfront with everything.
It's almost 4:15 because he's got to get back to the halfway house, guys. But he's here on Mondays.
He say he got 60 months.
Oh, he got 60 months. If he didn't get, you say you got 60 months, but you haven't been sentenced yet, so you don't know that for sure. You're thinking you get 60 months.
That's probably what he signed for.
You signed, but still, that ain't guaranteed.
Sometimes
you might get less, though. You know,
it might not be guaranteed, but if he signed for 60, he's just waiting to sign to get the official sentencing. Then that's probably what's going to happen.
So that's 5 years now. I don't know if you're RDAP qualified yet or not. You got to have proof that you were an addict or alcoholic before you committed the crime, and they're not going to take your word for it. But if you got like a DUI or something, or some charges like that, there's other ways. But that could take a year off your sentence plus 6 months extra halfway out. First Step Act, they give them cats 2 years off now. First Step Act, they give them a year halfway out and a year off their sentence. Mitch Anderson, your director over there, he told me that because their guys are coming in all the time. They're getting 2 years off now.
I need to get a year off of mine.
Oh, there's a program too. I didn't get the paperwork for it yet. It'll give you a year off your probation, but you got to do a year of checking in at a court with a judge. You know, just showing how good you're doing. 60 months, man. You can be out of there in 2 years if you work all the angles. Mandatory. Mandatory minimum on my guidelines. Yeah.
Pistol. He must got a pistol.
Yeah, gun charge or
gun charge.
It used to be 50 grams of like cocaine. It was 5 years for every 50 grams. Now the First Step Act kind of squashed that.
Yeah, but he'll be good, but still.
But you can get out there maybe 2 years. You got 15% good time.
Yeah,
programming, First Step Act, RDAP, all that stuff.
They making it. Making it a little smooth. Georgia halfway house is sweet too.
Is it?
Man, it's like you been on the street. Like
oh shit.
Georgia, man, they got.
So you was in that halfway house over there?
I've heard. I used to hear about it.
Okay. I heard there's some cool ones out there, man. Like a motel, you just come and go as you want. Yeah, you ain't got all these guards.
Yeah. But it's all about the geographics of the land. So you got certain people that they in control. Like the inmates run shit. Like it ain't y'all gonna tell us what to do. We gonna run this shit, and we gonna be good. We're gonna be comfortable. So like in certain areas, that's how people run it. You know what I mean? It's all about where you at and stuff like that. But
well, I know you got to get back. You got some words of advice for like this
Yeah.
gentleman and anyone else out there.
just
And
go
hopefully
walk
you'll
it.
come back maybe next Monday. We could do this.
Yeah, man. Just go walk it down, man. Shit. Everybody, you know, it sucks to go in there, but always use that time to elevate yourself. Read as much books. Don't get caught up with with none of that rah. Don't let nobody send you off. You know,
Yeah. First day you check in. What do you, advice? The first day, first hour there. What are you gonna do?
get with the right people, man. Find your people. Whatever, if you whatever you claim and represent, go in there and be upfront. If you don't want to be associated with certain people, just tell them up front, hey, this is what I am, but respectfully, I'm gonna just be me. You know, man, they call it man time. So whatever you want to do, you know, just be upfront, be honest. Don't be going in there acting like you somebody you not, because they gonna see what's going on. But then again, all of this is street stuff. So like,
I mean, that's at a medium too. If he's going to a lower camp, it's a little different. Paperwork in a camp, we all know you snitched anyways. But no, they didn't all. But Lowe's full of chomos, right? You know, I mean, it depends where you go.
He's gonna go to a South Yard. If he's from in that area, then he's gonna go to like Yazoo or like one of them South Yards. All them yards is good though.
Okay.
So yeah, but like just walk it down, man, and get out and use that motivation to keep going, man. Don't let this be something that take you down and up out of there.
And use their time in there, man. Right? Work on yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. You just work on yourself, man. You know, come out a better person. I think for me, it saved my life, got me off drugs, and I worked on myself. I think I came out a better person, man. I really do. That's just my opinion.
I came out a better person, actually. Like, you know, I really gained a lot of knowledge. You in the feds, you in there with everybody from around the world. It's not just everybody from the area.
No, it's international.
Yeah, so it's people from here, over here. So you meet a lot of different people and a lot of different, you know, perspectives and stuff. So you can get around some of the older OGs and they'll give you some real knowledge and stuff and tell you what's real and what's fake. And you know what I mean? Like I said, you just want to stay away from the crowd. You don't want to be caught up with being cool or none of that. Like it's not worth it. It's not worth catching no charges. It ain't worth, man. Yeah. It ain't worth none of that.
Don't be looking at somebody's house. A house is where they sell their cubicle, whatever it is. Don't be staring.
Make it to the crib, bro.
Just keep walking. Don't look.
By any means, just make it home. That's the only focus. It ain't trying to be cool, trying to please nobody. Just make it to the house. Yeah, that's the first mission.
Keep your house clean. You'll learn. If you're a slob, if you don't take showers every day, you're going to. Right? Yeah. We used to drag people in those showers, man. It ain't Saturday.
Oh yeah. But I guess we wrapping it up. Huh?
Yeah. But he works here every Monday, man. Maybe we can do a little segment every Monday if you got time, and you'll get paid for it.
I definitely.
Not like you know.
I definitely don't mind hopping on here, answering questions, and you know, just getting in the mix of people who curious about, you know, prison talk. You know, we answer all the questions on it.
Yeah, I'll keep you honest too, maybe, right?
Yeah, keep me honest too.
All right, man. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You got to shake his hand now because you know we ain't doing time. Anyways, guys, Federal Prison Talk. He said every Monday. Hopefully, he's here. Anyways, thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the rebound. Thanks, man. Exit this. Thank you.